Today in this video we are going to upgrade our AI image generator and add the remaining functionality of downloading and sharing the image we get from the AI, and after that also display them in my arts collection. So let's try and say astronaut in water and click on the size, and after that generate it. And here is our image, which is an astronaut in water. And if I click on the share button, we can share our image with any application. So let's share it to WhatsApp. So here, this is our image in the WhatsApp, and this is the text we passed with the image, and now we can share it. So let's close it and let's try downloading it. So if we click on the download button, we show a scaffold messenger that the image is downloaded to our custom folder, and after that we can also check that image. So this is our folder in my storage, and this is the image we downloaded. So if I click on it, I can also see this image. So let's go back, and in our application let's click on my arts, and in here we can also see our image, the one we downloaded. And if we click on it, we can make a pop-up of it. So in this video we are going to create all this. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and press that bell icon so you will be notified whenever a new video is uploaded. So let's start. So this is our project in VS Code and running on my real device, the one we created in our last video. So if you don't know how to create all this, you can watch that video. The link will be available in description and also in the I button. So after that you can continue this. So here let's work on the share, and after that on the download functionality, and after that we will add that in our my arts collection. So for that we have to go to Android app, build, and in here, as I told you in the last video, you have to change your compiled SDK version to 33 and also change the minimum SDK version to 21 and target to 33. And after that you have to go to source, main, and Android manifest, and in here you have to provide these three permissions. So these two permissions are to read and write the external storage, means your device storage. And after that this permission is used to access the internet. So you have to add all these three, and after that you have to add this line in your applications. After that just save it, and now you can close all this. And now you have to add some packages. So go to pubspec.yaml. You have to add path provider, share plus, HTTP, and permission handler, and also the screenshot. So to add them, just press Ctrl+Shift+P and add dependency, and here just type the name of them. So screenshot, comma, path provider, comma, and just like this enter the name of all these. And now you have to restart your application so that everything will be downloaded and you can use it. So let's go to our lib and home screen, and in here let's work on the sharing functionality first. So in here let's close this sidebar. So I will just create a screenshot controller and name it screenshot controller and initialize it as the same, which is screenshot controller. And now we have to go to the image widget. So this is our image, and in here we have to wrap it with a screenshot widget, and after that use the controller as our screenshot controller. Okay, so on the click of this share button we need to share our image. For that I will just create a method here, so that will be share image, and it will be an sync method. And in here I will just use await screenshot controller dot capture, and in here I will provide the delay of duration, which will be milliseconds, and it can be anything. Let's add 100. So after that pixel ratio, and you can provide any. So I will just go with the default, which is 1.0. So after taking a screenshot of this image, we need to store it in a value. So that will be our uint list 8 and name it anything. So I will just name it img and it will be nullable. So after that, let's check it. So if our img is not equal to null, means the screenshot is taken. So if this is not the case, I will just say print and let's say fail to take a screenshot. Okay, so in our if condition, let's create some variables. So I will just create final directory in which we will store our image. So that will be our default directory. So await get application document directory, and let's also make it a sync. So up here, wait a second. So okay, so after this async, okay, now this will work. So after that, we have to say final and enter the file name. So that will be file name is equal to, and it can be share.png as we are using this to share. And after that, we have to get the image path, so which will be the directory plus the file name. So I will just create a final img path is equal to file, and the file will be of.io. So in here, let's use some this, and let's say directory and slash file name, so dot create, so it will be created. And after that, we can write our image. So img path dot write as bytes, and in here I will just pass our image. Okay, so we have to await here. Okay, now everything is okay. So after that, after taking our screenshot, we need to share it. So we will use our share package and dot share, and in here we will pass our list. Let's use a share file. So in here we will use the list and img path dot path, and you can also pass some text with it. So text, let's say generated by AI Baba devs. So just save it. Okay, so it will share our image. So let's go to our share button, which is, here is our share. So this is our share button, and let's say make it a sync and await and share image. So it will share the image, and after that we will show some snack bar. So for that I will just use a scaffold messenger dot of context dot show snack bar, and in here snack bar we will use a text and say image shared. Okay, so let's try it. So if I click on this share button, there is some issue that cannot create directory as no such file is present. Okay, so to fix this issue, let's wrap this directory into a bracket and say dot path and save it, and let's try it again. So if I click on the share button, okay, so here we got all the application. So we can select any of these. So let's share it to WhatsApp. So here is our image in the WhatsApp and also with the text that we passed here, and now we can share it with anyone. So this is how you can share your image with any application. So let's now work on the download functionality. For that I will just create another method which is download image, which will also be an async method, and in here we have to check for the storage permission first. So I will just use my permission dot storage dot request, so it will send a request, and I will just also store it in a result which will be await. So now we have to check if the result dot is granted, means our request is permitted, then we will create some methods, and else we will just say print, or I will just use my scaffold messenger to show that the permission is denied. So I will just copy it from here, and up here in the else part of our download, okay, so I will just change it and say permission denied and just save it. So if the permission is granted, let's create a folder first. So final folder name, and it will be AI image, and after that we have to create a path, so that will be final path is equal to, and it will be our custom directory. So in here we have to pass the path, which will be storage slash emulated slash 0 slash our file folder name. So it will create our path. Okay, so after that we have to check if the await path dot exists. So if there is already a folder, we will just use our screenshot controller dot capture and save, and in here we have to pass the directory. So that will be our path dot path, and in here we have to pass the delay, which is our duration of milliseconds, and let's add 100, and after that the file name. So we need to create a file name also, so I will just create one. So the file name will be equal to date time dot now dot milliseconds since epoch. So after that we also need to set something, so I will just wrap it with this, and here I will say date time dot now dot milliseconds since epoch, and after that I will just say dot png. So this is our file name. So in here we have to pass the file name, and the pixel ratio will be 1.0, and just save it. So it will be await, and after that I will just show that the image is downloaded. Downloaded to our path dot path, and just save it. And what's the issue here? We have to remove the constant. Okay, so if there is already a folder existed, so this will happen, else we have to create this folder. So we will just say path dot create, so it will create this folder, and we will wait for it, and after that we will just copy this method and paste it. Okay, so let's check it. In the download button, here is our download. So in here, let's say sync, and in here we have to say download image and just save it. So let's see what happens if I click on this download. Okay, we have to allow the permission, and the image is downloaded to AI images. Okay, so let's check if there is any image in our folder or not. Okay, so here in my storage there is an AI images folder with our file, and this is the file name .png, and if I click on it I can see the image. So we have successfully downloaded it. So let's go back to our code. Okay, so two of our functionalities are done. Let's create a arts collection. For that I will just create another screen. So arts screen dot art, and it will be a simple. So I will just copy some values from here, which is the app bar. I will just copy everything from here, and in here I will just use a import material, and after that I will use a stateless widget, or let's make it stateful as if we want to remove an image also. So in here I will just use a scaffold, and in here I will paste this. So it will be our app bar in the scaffold. Okay, now we have to remove these actions, and let's change it to art gallery, and the name will be white. Okay, so in here on the click of this button we need to navigate to this screen. So I will just say navigator dot push material page route, and in here I will use our context arrow method and art screen. Just save it. So on the click of it we are navigated to art screen. So now in here let's use our body, and in the body use our grid view builder, and in here the cross axis will be 2 and the item count will be 2 for now. And in here we have to say container. Let's decorate it. So box decoration will be border radius dot circular 12, and also make the clip behavior as clip dot anti-alias. So for the child it will be image dot file, as we want to get the images from the file. After that we have to pass the address of it. Create a method up here. So let's say get images, which will be our sync method, and in here we have to, let's create a variable up here which will be a list of img list, and it will be empty. And in here let's create our final directory is equal to our directory, and it will be, let's say, storage slash emulated slash 0 slash our folder name, which is AI image list is equal to directory dot list sync. So it will get everything, and let's also print our image list so we can see what we got. So after that we have to say init state and call our this method, so it will be our get images. Okay, so let's go back to our my arts, and in here we got a file which is our storage, and this is the path. Okay, set the item count according to our img list. So dot length. Okay, so in here let's use a file, sorry, child img dot file, and in here we have to pass the img list according to index. Save it. So we got our image here. Let's add some padding around, so wrap this with the padding. Okay, so now this is our image, and if we click on it we want it to pop up. So for that I will just create another method up here. So pop image, and in here I will just say show dialog and pass the context, and the builder will also be the context, and it will be our dialog. And in the dialog we will use the child as a container, and also change the, let's say, shape of it as rounded rectangular border and change the border radius dot circular to 12. And also let's change the color. Okay, so the color will be changed in the container. So let's decorate it, box decoration, and the color will be our white color, and the border radius will be border radius dot circular 12. And after that, in the child property, we will use our image dot file and just pass the file path we get as a parameter here. So I will just use our file path and pass this here, file path. Let's also provide some width. So the width will be 300 and height will be 300. So go to our image. Let's wrap this container. So wrap this container with a gesture detector, and on the top of it we want to pop this image. So pop image, and in here we have to pass the path. So that will be img list according to index. Save it, and if I click on it, the image is here. So it's good. Let's also change the box fit. So fit and box fit dot cover. Save it. Let's see. Okay, so now we have to make the clip behavior. So the clip behavior will be clip dot anti-alias. Okay, so this is our image. Let's go back and try something else. Let's say a fish juggling, and just select the size and generate. Okay, there is a fish juggling. So if we click on the download button, it is downloaded, and in our my arts there are two images. And if we click on the second one, this is our second image and this is our first image. And if we click on the share button, we can share our image with anyone. So everything is working. Let's go to our and add some spacing here. So for the main spacing I will add 8, and for the cross spacing I will add 8 here. And you can also increase the extent here. So I will just say 300. Okay, and now we have to set the box fit. So fit box fit dot cover fit. Fit. Okay, so this is our image and this is our second image. So this is how you can create your own AI image generator, and on the click of this download, they will actually download the image. So I hope you enjoyed the series. If you did, press that like button and subscribe to the channel, and press that bell icon so you will be notified whenever a new video is uploaded. See you in the next one. Till that, Allah Hafiz.